study. My queen. Really? Why aren't we studying? Why does he not study for the test with us? You can at least give us a Kahoot. Mr. B did. I mean,
I'm gonna go over it.
did he? He bullied me for a lot of it. I know, he just bullied me.
Which one?
What do you have in this house?
The second one?
And if you
No.
in this class.
Extra bonus?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a banana.
We'll
Because
talk about it.
I want to see
Okay.
it over.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today?
No,
What?
Oh, yeah, I put an arrow and I said this one.
You can take a nap. 305, this room today. No. 305. If we did it now, we would miss something. If we do it at 305, that's okay.
Wait, since we're missing so many people, I don't think we can continue.
Why not?
Because they're going to miss the valuable lesson.
I understand it, and that's on them, not on you. We're not going to punish you because of them.
Well, it's
Oh,
not
you
a
want to be
punishment.
punishing me?
It's a
Yes, I
Okay,
would.
it's okay. You can just
It's
say
okay.
it.
I'm okay.
You guys don't have to admit it, but I know you love being here. You love doing this stuff.
It's a
And you wouldn't want to miss out on it. And I'll tell you what, if we get one more person, we would have enough to where we could do it. Oh, look at there.
Wait,
We're
can
now
you-
good.
Darn you.
Can you leave?
Darn you.
Can you turn around?
Can you leave? One more person we have to continue.
Well, you need to go take
Can
your
you-
test.
can you
So
scissors?
grab your periodic
Oh, yeah.
table, grab a calculator.
Sounds like we don't have the person.
No, she's
Don't worry.
present.
She's not in this class.
Yeah, she's not-
Yes, she is. She's a member of our class.
You know what else could be a present? Not
What?
having to do anything.
Yeah.
You're right. It could. I'll tell you what. All next week, I'll give you that present. All next week, every day, I'll give you that present.
Like
How's
that.
that?
I mean, it's better than having chemistry work over Christmas break. So.
Oh man, now we're way over the limit. Look at there. Look at there. Oh, there you go.
Just start not showing up.
You're right. I wasn't gonna count it because Isha was going next door, but now we can. Okay. All right.
You gonna go bird?
Calculator, something to write with. Leave your phone in your bag, please. Phones. Put away. Put them away. Cynthia. Thank you. No, away, out of my sight, out of your mind. Thank you very much. Excellent, wonderful. Here you go. Okay. So this first page.
Okay.
What? Where's what pink? There's nasty.
I'm not allowed to say the word.
No, because you said, why is the tip pink?
Okay.
That's nasty.
It's like this. Why did I think of this?
No, one time I actually, like, I was trying to draw scissors, but I actually
Yes,
drew
you
a
showed me.
penis.
You showed me several.
Like, I was just a straight penis. And I didn't get it when people made fun of me.
Oh.
I was really embarrassed when I grew up and I woke up. Sorry.
Stop!
You missed it.
I'll just go hide
I know.
behind the lab.
I know.
Ow!
If we all just go
I
hide
need
behind
to
the
do that
lab.
point blank. It
We should just
hurts.
close the door.
It's a shotgun. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's locked. To go back, I'm like, what? I missed.
Who did that? Me.
I don't know what you're talking about. We were all sitting here.
I need a target. Look how good I wrote her name. She's my queen. No. She don't spell her name. Yes. Just wait under the limit.
Do we have like something to barricade the door?
Let's
So
put a
he
binder
guessed.
underneath the door.
Stack every single one of our desks against the door.
Wait, we could probably move his desk.
We also gotta
I
do
feel
the
like
front
you
door
crawl
though,
through
because
the-
you'll get down.
I feel like we would crawl through the few
He would call through if you would.
That's
Come in! He's, I
So you slam
guarantee,
it.
I guarantee on Friday, he was like, see you all next year. He will say that. He already did a next year joke.
Yeah.
He's gonna say it again. The next test is next year. Why do you say it like that?
Because that's what he does.
This is the last test this year. See you guys next year. Is that how you talk, Mr. Grant?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Exactly like that. That's how I talk all the time.
See?
Told you.
I'm sorry. I have no idea. In the career center?
Yeah.
Okay. Fill out a pass real quick, and that's fine. All right. Wait, you got to fill out a pass. Hang on, Jacqueline. JAK, correct?
Yeah.
It kind of feels weird to know that Miss Darda's my cousin.
Who?
Okay. Okay.
Like Miss
Let's
Tracy.
keep that to ourselves. That's
Sorry.
That's weird.
She waved to me and I was like, oh yeah.
Oh,
When I was in middle school, my mom was my
where is the?
I feel bad for you.
And elementary. And
No, I
kindergarten,
didn't have a
and-
problem.
yeah, but she was still a teacher in your school.
Yeah.
And well, that was weird.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think my mom could ever be a teacher. She'd
You're
be a
welcome.
student.
I was actually friends with his mom.
Oh,
before I
shucks.
dated
Looks
him.
like we don't have enough people here.
Yeah. That's really a shame. Mr. Grant.
It is.
I
It
really
is.
wanted
It's a
to do
shame.
it too.
So I'll tell you what. We'll go easy. We won't do anything new today.
It literally says unit 2.
I understand that.
Literally new stuff.
So do I have
Do you have
permission
any
to
questions
scream
about
if you
your
give us
before I
something
give
new?
you?
Give me 100%.
Certainly.
Right.
100
Am I getting the close one?
Wait a
Am I
minute.
getting the- what's the right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I just said the one.
We have more than a quorum here.
I'm a little confused why I didn't get that extra credit point.
What about it?
That means we can do things.
I'm a
No,
little
because we're
confused.
missing a good portion. Of
No, we're not. We're missing a small portion of the class.
It's still a good
Yeah.
portion.
It's
In-
still a
in-
really
I'm
portion.
looking around though. I've
Last-
seen a lot of empty spots.
I know, but there's supposed to be a lot of
Danielle,
empty spots in
can you leave
here.
really quickly?
Can you leave?
Bye.
You are not going to get the job as the greeter at Walmart if you keep this up, Brinley.
I'm great with customer service.
You are. I can tell. Get out, Danielle. Get out. Can't you leave? My goodness. What are you doing here?
She's helping them save.
Yeah.
I am. I'm sorry.
Saving money
Bye.
for these
You
people.
cannot save money by spending money.
No, it's not even
Exactly.
Bye.
You're
So
not
at the
saving
end
money
of
if you-
that Kohl's shopping experience, when they go, "Oh, you saved $57 today." No, my wife spent $330. I don't care how much she saved.
This feels like it's coming from a dark place. And I need you to keep
Does
that
it?
at home.
Does it? Sometimes dark places are where the good things come from.
Not in this case.
Oh my God. I got one, but-
How do you know? How do you know? Don't judge me.
Hypothetically.
Nadia.
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking, as opposed to unhypothetically speaking.
Technically. Well, excuse me.
Your name wasn't on it. Do you want me to hand you someone else's test?
No, you didn't look for
They didn't turn them in order. I went from Levi to Nadia to Miro. You didn't complain once about that. Now all of a sudden it's all about me. No, it's
Yes.
not. Get over you. See this, Cynthia? See this? Going on the bottom.
Hang on.
Going on the bottom. You're gonna be last.
Oh, I didn't put the unit.
May not even give you yours today.
Let me see if I
Not
can.
that was blaming it a good idea.
It was really like the monkey.
Oh,
I didn't even try with that one.
I didn't either.
Brentley, here you can see how good an idea.
Did you see my monkey?
Haley?
Did you like it?
Wait, how does this not say
He
unit?
apparently
Girls
did
do.
not. He apparently did not like it, according to the zero cost.
It doesn't matter if I liked it or not. The matter is, was it correct or not?
What do you
You
mean
get
that?
your
I put an arrow.
I don't know.
No, I understand. You put an arrow to the wrong
Is
answer.
that one right?
I got it.
I know I did that
What do you mean that?
Good.
Did I do the
There's a lot of these where I could do the first part, but I couldn't do the second part.
Yeah. You did
I
it
did- I put
Why can't you
it
just mark it? Now.
because you need to know what you did wrong.
All right, now that everybody has their test back.
Okay.
I did.
I didn't finish the sentence.
I didn't have a test.
It's embarrassing.
There you go.
See this
Okay.
part?
I'm pretty happy.
Anyways, here you go. That's yours too.
Oh, the other one.
All right. All right. So let's take a look at the answers for you, ladies and gentlemen.
I know. Isn't that?
What?
Is that not right?
What?
Let's see. Which one?
The last one on 14.
Okay, you got to be a little less specific.
Number larger than
No,
1.
that's not right.
4 sig figs and zeros in the middle.
Or wait,
and at the
look at this.
Okay. So let's see what the answers are.
Why
And
not?
then
It's larger than 1.
Same with mine. I have
Let's see.
I
Yeah,
have
no,
zeros
that's
in the
right.
middle
Yeah,
and
why
at the
not?
end.
That's right.
And it's larger than 0.
well, I only graded the first 3 because it says do 3 out of the 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I stopped after I graded the third one.
I didn't
So
see
then you
that.
just got the third one wrong.
Well, that's fine.
For what one?
For the sig fig one, where you get to write your own number.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't read it. I did all of them.
Oh. And again, if you did all of them, I just graded the first 3.
Oh,
And then
wait.
stop,
I
so.
got 4 points for that?
Okay. All right.
Math.
So
Man.
let's take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Now, a couple of things. Even before we start looking at this, ladies and gentlemen, what I'd love you to do right now is take a minute and add up all of the numbers in the corner of the pages. And make sure that's the number that's on the front. I do not use a calculator when I add these up. Okay? So make sure that the numbers in the corners on your test add up to the number on the front. Otherwise, we have a problem. Okay? Otherwise, we have a problem. Now, you're going to get to keep these. But if you think I made an error on a question, you can either ask me about it and I'll come over and look at it right away. Or you could put a note on it on the front that says, please check question number 14. Please check question number 12. Please re-add the total. Please check the total on page 7. Whatever the case may be, and then you put it back on my desk and I will check to make and see if there are any corrections needed for this. Okay? I will check to see if there are any corrections needed. But again, the first place to begin is by double checking and making sure I have the total points correct. That is a 5. That is a 5.
That was a 3.
No, I think it might have started out as a 3, but it turned into a 5 when I added up all the points. And then as we go through this, ladies and gentlemen, you need to double check and make sure I added the points on each page up correctly as well as we're going through this. Because if I added up the corners incorrectly, that changes your total. But if I added up how much should be on a page, that would change your total as well. And if I gave you too many points, you need to let me know so I can take them away.
Oh my god. Yeah, I pressed the wrong
So
button. I
good
don't
at that
know.
one.
Yeah.
I figured out.
Basically,
I
say
didn't
break
break
them
them
out.
out. I just put this.
All right. Here are the definitions for the first page, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I only graded the first 4 that you did. Each was worth 2 points. So again, these didn't have to be complete sentences, but this is what I needed on each one to give you full credit for it. So, if you have a question on any of those, I will answer that for you right now. Most of you did pretty well on these. There were a couple that lost a point here or there, but most did pretty well on this. And again, there should be a number by each one, and those numbers should end up being the total down in the corner, hopefully. On this page, there were 8 points possible. Okay. Anybody have any questions on these, or can I move on to the next page? Is there anyone who needs more time? Okay. So on page 2, ladies and gentlemen, there is the 6-point definition of chemistry at the top. The checks that I have are for each part of it that you should have given me. Okay? I have underlined the words that I was looking for that would give you those 6 points. Questions? For number 3, to be more precise, we go further beyond the decimal. So any number that went beyond even if you put the number 0.01, technically that would be more precise than the number that is there, as long as you go to more places beyond the decimal. Okay? Now, for the second one, to be more accurate, you had to have a number somewhere between these. Now, it did not have to be to a certain place, but it had to be a number between this number and this number to get credit. Okay? Because we could either be a little bit closer on the bottom side or a little bit closer by going over it, but we had to be closer to it. So anywhere within that range, any number in between there would get you that. Yeah. She went down.
Okay.
Brenda, I have right here. Brenda, you need to go to this FAFSA thing.
Oh,
Okay, just give that to her. when she goes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry for disrupting.
No problem.
Also take it out and like the thing about that.
Boy, if we lose 5 more people, we're not doing anything today. Nothing.
I can
Okay,
go.
guys.
Door's open,
Okay,
right?
guys.
That's all. Bye. What if we all just left? Like, what would happen?
It'd be great, because then I wouldn't have to teach anything.
So, like, would you write us up or anything?
I mark you absent, that's what I have to do.
For all of us?
Wait,
Yeah,
we
But you
were
wouldn't write
present.
us up?
Write you up for what?
Leaving? For what?
You chose to leave the class. You gotta
You
explain
said
to
I
your
could
parents
walk
why
out.
you're gonna be there.
So.
Bye.
No, I said I wouldn't stop you.
I'll check
from
this up
walking
with you in
out.
court.
That door swings both ways every day.
No, it's
Both
one
ways,
way.
it's one way.
No, it swung this way, now it swings the back. That's one way. This is the other.
I don't know about that.
No.
Really?
It's just back and forth.
Which is both ways. Back and forth. Okay.
Both ways implies that it pushes out.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, these are the ones for the bottom here. The only one people seem to mess up on is the last one, especially. What unit does the instrument read to? I got a lot of places and other things in there.
What unit does the instrument read to?
Yeah.
You should have said, what unit does the instrument read in?
Sorry, okay. It still says it right there.
I know, I didn't get it.
Okay.
I understand.
So 4, 2, 2, and 6 gave us a total of 14 on that page, ladies and gentlemen. Questions?
14, I got 4.
You got 4? Well, don't get 10 wrong next time.
Plus 4. It's because you have it on 2 separate pages. Yeah, I was really confused. So
What do you mean I have it on 2 separate pages? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yes, sorry, yes, okay, sorry. I understand. Okay, so I will quit doing that. Now I know what you're saying. It didn't copy the same way it did the first time. Okay, for number 6, ladies and gentlemen, these are all of your answers for that. 4 points for there. Okay, and then these are the 3 things that any measurement shows. Okay, 1 point for each of those. Questions?
Oh, well, I didn't finish my sentence on one. I started writing it and then I quit.
Don't quit. Don't give up.
I didn't know that I quit.
Who knew that you quit?
No, I was focused on that and then I was like, oh, I should go back to that one. So
Oh.
when I came back, it looked like
Was
it
that when the butterfly flew across in front of
Yeah.
in the room? Okay.
Yeah. So.
Who said window?
I thought you said doing the butterfly flew across the window.
No window. No, it flew in front.
No
it
one
flew
said
across-
that.
it flew in front of him.
I thought I didn't listen.
Oh, there's a window right there.
He didn't say
He
window.
didn't say window.
There's a window on that door too.
Oh my god.
Your
But
bottom.
now he's obsessed with windows. Okay. All right. There were a lot of different choices for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Here are, by the way, when I asked for the unit, I wanted the unit, not the symbol. Okay? So I wanted the unit. So meter, second, mole, Kelvin, kilogram, ampere, candela were the 7. Okay? Here's what they measured. Here's what instrument you could have used. Most of you did a good job. By the way, volume is not one of the 7 base units. Volume is not one of the 7. So if you had volume, and also it's a balance, not a scale. And it measures mass, not weight. Okay, here is where it got a little interesting for some of you. Okay? This is the answer to this question because this is the least precise measurement. So that is what you should have had. And you should have had a unit of meters on it. This one gave us this because this is the least precise measurement. We report our answer to that place. That's what you should have had. Here, we base it on the number of sig figs. This has 3, but when you do that, we need that last 0 to be a significant digit. The only way to do that is by putting a decimal in or writing the number in scientific notation. So if you left out the decimal, it was not the correct number of sig figs. And then most people got the last one if they did it correct as well. Questions? Yes?
Does it matter if you put the 3 for the
Technically, yes, you should have put the 3 there because it's cm times cm times cm that makes it cubed. So that's what makes the unit correct. Yes. I still gave it to you?
Yeah.
I must have been either lazy or generous at that point. I'll try to correct it. If you'd like, you could turn that in and I'll take that point away from you. Okay? So, but remind me by putting a note on it and turning it in. Otherwise, I'll forget to take the point away. All right. So, these were the ones that were the qualitative. And these are the ones that end up being the quantitative. These were the only 3 you should have circled in number 12. And then if we go to 13, ladies and gentlemen, here's your sig figs. These are the digits that you should have had either underlined or circled. Which one? Did she get it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
All right. A bunch of different options here, ladies and gentlemen. 3 sig figs and 5 digits. You could have done it this way. By the way, you cannot put a decimal in this number. Why? Correct. So if you ended with these and you put a decimal in there somewhere, that makes those significant. So now it's no longer 3 sig figs. You could have also started out with a couple digits and then finished with the 3 sig figs. This number had to be somewhere in the hundreds, had to have a 0 either in this spot or in this spot, and had to finish out in the tens. That's the only way to write this number. So you could go to 999.9, you could go 100.1, somewhere in between. Smaller than 1 with 3 sig figs, zeros at the end. There's a lot of ways to write this. You could have put as many zeros in front of this as you wanted. Had these 2 zeros or put 1 number and 2 zeros at the end because it would still end with zeros. Okay? But that's really the only way to do this number. Okay? A number larger than 1 with 4 sig figs and zeros in the middle and at the end, you could do something like this. You could put as many zeros at the end as you want, as long as you don't put a decimal. None of them are significant. Or you had to do something like this. Okay? Something like that. Okay? Okay. You're done? Okay. I didn't know how long it would take. Thank you. Good job. Okay. I'm sorry? Hold on. I'm going to have to go get you one.
I said the banana. Oh, I am. That's fine.
Oh, yeah. I just put me.
I didn't read that. I should have put me though. Wait a second.
So they just put me. You can draw yourself.
Okay.
Actually,
All right. For problem 15, there's how it should have been set up. There's how your answer. 1 point for each conversion. This, you get 1 point for the correct number, 1 point for the correct sig figs, 1 point for the correct unit. That's how I got 5. Okay, questions? There's 16 with the correct convert. Don't you do it. There you go. Take a look at it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the same grading as the last one. 1 point for each conversion. 1 point for the correct number. 1 point for the correct unit. 1 point for the correct sig figs. Okay. Questions? Anybody?
It's me.
Why are you doing like
Stop, I'm wearing jeans.
So I have to run and get these charging blocks for people because they don't bring their computers charged. I'm not mentioning anybody's name. Leaf, did you want this? There you go.
That's a button.
All right. First bonus question, ladies and gentlemen, worth 5 points. Again, if you didn't do it, it doesn't cost you anything. But there is the way that it should have worked out for your conversion. Grams and grams should have canceled. Pounds and pounds should have canceled. We would be left in ounces. This is the number that you get. Some of your math, I have no idea where you came up with that numbers. Seriously, some of the numbers were not even close to this. But again, that's what you should have gotten. That's the unit. That's the sig figs, 3. There should have been your answer. Okay? And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, the question that you wanted to know. You were in a room with 3 primates. Which one is the smartest? The one with the stick, the one with the banana, or the one with nothing?
Me.
You are. You are. You're a primate.
Well, what if I'm like really dumb and all of the monkeys?
What if the monkeys are actually smarter than me?
Which one is the smarter one?
What if my drawing is done?
The one with the banana.
Why?
Because it's holding a banana.
He's eating.
You're right. He brought food. Okay, but then the one with the stick must be smarter. Because he's going to hit the one with the banana over the head with the stick and steal the banana.
Not if the one with the stick is dumber than the one with the banana.
Nope, not going to happen. But actually, then the smarter one is the one with nothing, because when those 2 monkeys get in a fight, the banana drops, he picks up the banana and eats it while they're fighting, and they both lose.
But the one with the banana is the smartest because he's got an abnormal tumor on his brain, which makes him very smart.
Yeah, did you see this?
Oh, I
He
missed
has a
that
weird
part.
light bulb above his head.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sorry.
like-
He has a weird light bulb
Yeah,
above
did you
his
not
head.
see my drawings?
He's like in
No,
some.
I did not. I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't remember the weird light bulb above the
How
heads.
dare you?
What the
All right.
heck?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, questions?
So we're done.
Sweat and tears.
No. We got everybody back. Now we're good to go.
I
again.
actually
We do
can't
not
remember
have
what
Okay. Those are yours, ladies and gentlemen. If there is something that I need to correct, the only way I can correct it is if you put a note on it and put it up on my desk. Otherwise, I cannot correct it because I don't know what needs to be corrected.
I kind of want to keep the back.
Just keep the back.
Can I throw this away then?
1/6. That
That's
means
100% your choice.
Is this?
Wherever you're gonna put that, you can put that.
Okay, Kane.
Oh yeah, I
It's gonna go in the recycling.
And
Yes.
But no. I think we're just gonna be sitting for the thing tomorrow.
What?
If I make a mistake in your favor, Daniela, you know what the best thing to do is? Shut up. I understand that, but the best thing to do if I make a mistake in your favor is to be quiet.
What's this?
How
Little mistakes,
can you
little
make
mistakes.
that other number? Because it's that number.
What do you mean? I did not make what number?
You can't
Yeah,
make,
you did.
you can't make the number 7 into the number 8 because
Yeah.
that changes the number.
Wait, what is this?
What?
That's your grade report.
So like, what is this 60%? I would so rather do this.
What is a
Yeah.
60%?
Yeah, like what was that like?
A 60% means you don't like turning in homework.
Oh, but it doesn't matter, right?
Well,
Oh,
we'll
I
talk
got
about
this
that.
one
Hold
right
on.
Why'd you throw it at me? I don't
Well,
know.
yes,
What
Loki
is
does,
this?
but you just act like it doesn't.
Okay,
And then like Loki does ask for your grades. You don't want to tell us now.
Derived.
Drive.
I thought it did count.
What was that?
Things that aren't.
It says it doesn't, but I'm pretty sure it does. That's not in there.
I don't think it would.
I'm pretty sure it does in more ways than you are willing
Probably
to
like
admit.
at least like 9%.
But neither are these.
Right there?
Oh, you're right.
Wait, on this one?
Morning, Joe.
Right there, the amp? The electric unit?
Oh yeah, and here.
So it should have been.
Look at that. We just keep adding people, Levi.
And no.
Yeah, but they weren't here, so they don't know.
What is that?
Candela?
Right, but we haven't started
Oh,
anything
silver.
yet, so they're okay.
Why do we get a grade
Oh,
report
boy.
for just this class?
Don't give me my report.
Because I can't print one out for your other classes.
Then don't put one out.
So you don't want to know where you're at in class.
I already know where.
There's an
I'm at.
infinite
Okay, then
canvas.
Why did
it's
it get
not
an
all
L?
about
Oh.
you, Levi. Let it be.
It's like, why did I get an L?
Oh.
Oh.
I don't like that he puts late on
I was like, why are you giving me an L?
I got 2 L's.
I got
All right.
Because
So,
I keep forgetting to press
On your
the
grade
turn
report, ladies and gentlemen. All right. First of all, if you look,
button. Yeah, the worksheets.
the progress grade is where you are at right now. That is the one that is at the top. And then it breaks it down into each category. You can see, if you look on the left-hand side, how much each category is weighted as. And in spite of what Cynthia says, when you multiply something times 0, it gives you 0. So since homework is weighted as 0%, that's what it's worth. Okay? Labs are worth 20%, quizzes are worth 20%, tests are worth 50%. So the majority of your grade is based on your score on the test that you just got back. Okay? If you are missing something, now first of all, none of you are missing any quizzes. You've all done your quizzes, you've all done your tests. The only thing that you can be missing is a lab that would actually affect your grade. So if you're missing a lab, you need to get it done, you need to get it turned in so that I can give you credit for it. And the only way your grade will go if you do that is up. So please turn those things in. Okay? Questions, ladies and gentlemen?
It makes it look like I don't do anything ever. I actually do have the
19
worksheet, but then
and
I don't turn
13,
it in.
32, 42, 47.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you, Najma. I will correct this.
I've done everything. I missed
Alright.
a point on 2 assignments
Okay,
Okay, the quiz.
put that stuff away. Take out your computers, ladies and gentlemen. You can do whatever you want with it. It is your report. But please, if you're going to do that, recycle it because we're trying to save the world.
I always recycle.
Okay, then why did you ask me if you could throw it away?
Well, I said the same thing. Do you want to keep it?
You don't want yours, but you want other people's? What's going on, Brindley?
Because they made me throw away their quizzes.
They made you? They made you?
I didn't make you do nothing.
I asked what
I didn't make you do nothing.
I said, can you
Yeah,
please
you did.
throw
No, I
away?
didn't. I handed it to you, and I was like, whatever you're gonna do with that, you should do with that. And you're like, okay.
So, Brandon, can I get a charger?
But it was not a fourth.
I was like,
Sure, there's nothing I would rather do than run back there for the 3rd time today and get charging blocks for people.
my charger just died. I don't know.
Well, you know why it died?
Did I charge it?
Because you didn't charge it last night when you were supposed to.
I couldn't find my charger.
Oh.
And
Then that's
I got you a present.
problem.
Yeah.
no, that's
Yeah.
See?
It's really good. Charger just fell over. As you rip it. Let me tell you. Oh, okay.
Oh, text me TV girl. TV girl. TV girl tapestry. Emily Nass. Emily Nass. Mr. Nass wife.
I gotta make her work some for it, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, that grade report will change dramatically after this test gets in there, just so you know. Okay? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, today We are starting Unit 2 on matter and energy. Okay? Now, what can you do with your old EISN? Nothing. Just leave it there. Don't burn it. You have to burn your computer to burn your EISN. Okay? Don't destroy your digital footprint. So here's what I will tell you. At the end of this trimester, the first trimester class, on final exam days, we are going to be doing a lab project. Okay? So therefore, there will not be a cumulative final in this class. So just so you know, for the first semester. So will we be talking about sig figs again? Will we be talking about addition and subtraction, multiplication and division of them? Will we be talking about accuracy and precision? Yes, all year long. This was the basics, okay? But I'm going to give you a little hint about sig figs from here on out, ladies and gentlemen. The little hint on sig figs is if you are confused by sig figs and you are asked to do a problem and report your answer into sig figs, 9 times out of 10, maybe 99 out of 100, the answer normally comes out to 3 sig figs. Because normally there is a measurement in your calculation that will normally limit you to 3 sig figs. So on a test, on a quiz, if you put your answer in 3 sig figs, probably 9 out of 10 times you will be correct. And if you don't understand sig figs and it would take you a long time to figure it out, then take that 1 point hit on the quiz or on the test. Now, if you understand sig figs, go through and do it. But I will tell you, most of the time sig figs work out to be 3 sig figs. Look at there again. The class is we almost got everybody here, Levi. If we had followed your advice and done nothing today, think of the loss of educational time you would have had that your parents paid for. My goodness. My goodness.
Wait, we haven't learned anything yet. And it's been
You learned your grade on the test.
It's been 35. I already knew this.
Well, you learned it at some point.
Yeah, I did not learn it in the 35 minutes.
Not my cat.
There's one cat.
Not my cat.
Yeah, you talking about graphs now?
Well, we're going to start by that, yes.
Send me a picture.
Not my cat.
Will you get what they're called? Like when you were gonna give me that sticker?
Oh, wait, I have that in my back. I just forgot about it. Okay.
I don't need it.
Really? Not when I almost had it out. Too late now. Can't go back.
You don't have it, do you?
It's right here. I just have to circle it. This is a little.
Why are you lying?
Okay.
You're a liar right now.
It's time consuming. It's right.
So, again, if there's things that you're missing, you got to get them turned in. Otherwise, I cannot give you credit for them. Today, we're going to start looking at interpreting graphical information. Okay? Interpreting graphical information. So, open up your EISN. Go to slide number 1, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's frozen. That's why I can't see anything. Bailey, are you okay? Good. Excellent. Wonderful. Awesome. Here you go, Amy. There you go. Thank you. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen.
If you have it in there, it's crushed.
Let's talk about graphing. Hooray! Why do we express things in graphs, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, let's slow down one at a time. Miro, why do we express things in graphs?
It's easier to visualize.
Okay, it helps you visualize information. Okay, Isha? Okay, it can show changes or trends over time. What else? That again.
Correlation between variables.
Okay, a correlation between 2 variables. Very good. Correlation between 2 variables. Because most graphs, now not all, but most graphs have 2 variables on them. Okay? Most graphs have 2 variables on them. Now, before we do this, ladies and gentlemen, I remember that one time when I was at home watching TV, and a commercial came on, ladies and gentlemen. And the commercial was for a car company. And they used a graph, ladies and gentlemen. So they had a graph, and their graph looks something like this. And their graph was percentage of trucks on the road after, hey, my turn for a while, after 10 years. Okay? And they had two lines on the graph, ladies and gentlemen. They had a line that looked like this. And they had another line on there that looked like this. And when you looked at it, this was Chevy and this was Ford. So what does this graph obviously show us?
That Ford has on the road after 10 years.
Would you say there is a lot more Ford trucks on the road after 10 years?
Well, it depends on.
I would say that, yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
Well, looking at that graph, what would we think?
Yes.
Yeah.
You would think yes, right? Okay. Well, the one thing that Ford had to do, but they didn't do it in very large print, is over here, they had the scale.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What is
see,
it?
Well, I
that's
guess that.
What I was saying.
Which is what, Miro?
That like it really depends on what it's being measured in.
Is that a big difference?
No.
No. That's one truck out of 1,000. 0.1%. Correct? 1 out of 100 would be 1. Okay? Jim, you don't need to take pictures of everything. I'm sorry, but you can't keep taking your phone out. You got to put it away. All this stuff would be in the video that I'm making anyway. So if you ever need to see it again, you can go to the video and check it. Okay? And again, I'm not going to test you on this, Jim. Okay? The point being, though, they wanted people to believe what?
That Ford was better than Chevy.
Correct. So they made a graph that showed that there is a difference between these. Now, is there technically anything wrong with their graph?
No.
No, because they have the scale over here on the side. But this is not the big difference it is supposed to be, correct? And sometimes you have to be careful, ladies and gentlemen, because in science, people will create a graph and sometimes use it to emphasize a point rather than convey information. Okay? The other thing that will happen is if you ever hear a study that comes out, ladies and gentlemen, please ask yourself, who sponsored the study? So every once in a while, a study will be made that say, it's bad to eat eggs for breakfast every day. Put out by some organization. And then a day later, you'll see an ad that says, studies show it's great to eat eggs for breakfast every day. They're high in protein. Put out by the nation's egg producers. So know who's sponsoring the ad you're looking at. Because they're probably not trying to give you information. They're probably trying to sell you something. Okay? So please be careful with that, ladies and gentlemen. But graphs, when you look at them, most people, what do they look at when they look at a graph? They look at the lines.
Yeah.
They don't look at what the lines represent. They just look at the lines. And if you do that, ladies and gentlemen, you can be misled by them very easily. Okay? You can be misled by them very easily. All right. No, I don't want to save that, but thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So these are the things we're going to be talking about in this unit. First of all, we're going to talk about graphing. That's what we're going to spend the rest of this week on. There won't be a quiz on it on Friday, but today and tomorrow we're going to be talking about graphing and relationships. Then we're going to get into the law of conservation of mass and the law of conservation of energy. You have probably already been introduced to them somewhere along the line in science classes. We will then talk about kinetic and potential energy. We'll then get into something called KMT, or kinetic molecular theory. We will quickly review what we already know about states of matter and phase changes, because you were taught that at some point previously too. We will compare heat and temperature, and we will compare them in the lens of kinetic molecular theory, because when we look at them that way, ladies and gentlemen, there is a little bit different way of looking at them. Then we will talk about classifying matter. How do we classify things? Is it a substance? Is it a compound? Okay? Then we'll briefly, again, go back and talk about atomic structure. You already got this years ago, either in physical science or back in 7th or 6th grade science. And then we will finally end up with properties and changes in this unit, ladies and gentlemen. But that's where we're going. Today we're beginning with graphing, so let's take a look at graphing. Hey, where's my cursor? Where's my cursor? Okay. So, here's a graph, ladies and gentlemen. Now, a couple of things about a graph. Just like in science, when you make a measurement, we have a certain way of doing it so everyone who looks at that measurement later on can get some information from it. Same thing is true with the graph, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, when we look at graphs, ladies and gentlemen, on your y-axis, on the vertical axis, is always the dependent variable of the lab. Dependent variable always goes on the y-axis, ladies and gentlemen. Now, again, I need to update this graph because the y-axis is missing something. What is it missing? That's true, but also, more important than the scale, it gives you a label, but it doesn't give you a unit. So whenever you put a label on, you should also put a unit with it if it is representing numbers. There are times where things will not represent numbers. The graph I showed you a minute ago, Ford and Chevy trucks. Technically, you don't need a unit for that because your label would probably be type of truck, not requiring a unit. Maybe you are graphing different elements off of the periodic table for their mass, for their number of valence electrons, for their boiling points. There is no unit that would go with the name of the element. Most times there is, though. Okay? So, if there is something that is measured, though, there should be a unit with it so we know, are we talking meters? Are we talking kilometers? Are we talking centimeters? Put a unit with it. So if the dependent variable goes on the y-axis, what's on the x? The independent variable. There is an independent variable on the x-axis. Now what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is when you look at a graph and you see what's on the x-axis, you know what the experimenter controlled. In this lab, they controlled time. And then they measured something for how far it went in distance. So they said, all right, after 10 seconds, I'm going to stop it. Or after 10 minutes, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to see how far that object went. I controlled the time. Distance changed because of that. Independent, dependent variables. Okay? So, again, those two things are in there. And again, I need to correct this because there's no what there? No unit. So we don't know if we're talking seconds, minutes, hours, days, decades, centuries, what? Okay? Now, the other thing that should be on here, ladies and gentlemen, is there should be a title. Graphs should include a title. Now, normally, for a graph, your title should be whatever variable was on your x-axis versus whatever variable was on your y. Okay? Not everyone does this, but in science, that is the way a graph is supposed to be titled. So, for example, the title of this graph should be time versus distance. Okay? You do not have to put your units in your title, but you have to put your labels. What versus what. Okay? So that is the way that we will do them in this class. Questions? All right. So, here's what I would like you to do when you're done playing with your stickers, ladies and gentlemen. I would like you to take, and on the next few slides, and I will tell you how many, I think it's like 5, but let me double check for sure. All the way to slide number 7. So from slides 3 through slide 7, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to, again, if you're with somebody, fine. Haley, if you could move with somebody. Rocio, if you could move with somebody. Get with a partner. And in there, I want you to look at the 2 graphs, ladies and gentlemen, and tell me everything that is a similarity in the 2 graphs and everything that is a difference. Okay? So, in here, list the similarities. In the other box, list the differences. Okay? So, you've got to do slides 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You have 5 slides to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to give you about 7 minutes. Okay? But Haley, Rocio, Leaf, Daniela, you guys need to get together somehow into groups of at least 2 or more, and let's go. Let's get this done, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do it on your own, please. Do not do it on your own. Okay, this is the point where you need to move around a little. Rocio, move. Daniela or Haley, move. Get with somebody, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rocio. By the way, please do not put things like, well, the color of the line is the same in both. That I would like other things, something that a freshman wouldn't give me about similarities and differences, please.
These are the same colors.
And please, for a difference, don't put down the lines are different letters. I shouldn't have to say
But
that.
it
But
is a difference.
I know it is a difference, and I'm not arguing that point with you, but I think we can go a little bit beyond that, I'm hoping.
But now what do you ask? So, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, student council. See, that's what I was asking. Okay. Student council, that makes sense.
She literally said student council.
When did you-
Oh, just now.
Well, yeah, I know. I was asking. I was asking.
Anyway. I know, I've never played.
Yeah, most ATMs do.
But why?
Because it's not your name.
What's that? Hurry. What's that? 6 seconds. That's what the timer says, not me. See? Would I lie? Okay, I might, but not to you. Never to you. Never. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go through this real quick. All right, quickly. Give me some similarities. Don't everyone shout them all at once. I cannot write that fast, please. Okay, straight.
They have the same labels.
Yeah, distance space time.
Okay, labels.
That's it.
Someone said linear. And to be honest, again, I understand that. And that's what I'm saying. I like to keep it simple. Okay, just go with straight. Anything else? Okay, no unit, no title.
Wouldn't they have the same title?
They would. They would, yes. Technically correct. Yeah. Okay, differences.
Increasing versus decreasing.
Increasing versus whoa. Versus decreasing. Anything else?
The left graph has a direct relationship and the right is inverse.
Okay.
Whoa.
Direct
What a past knowledge.
versus
That's
inverse.
crazy.
Must have had a good physical science
crazy.
teacher.
Yeah. Wait, I thought
I'm gonna be
it's
real.
not
I
with
never
my
had
phone,
physical
it's with my
science.
computer.
Well, what are you listening to?
Music.
No, not while I'm teaching.
Didn't you say that at the beginning of class?
I said if during work time you could do things like that. Yes. Not while I'm teaching though, please. Okay. Anything else? Come on.
Nothing.
Yeah, there is.
Not to me. I never took physical science.
It doesn't matter. Looking at this graph, you should be able to tell me something else that is different.
Different starting distance.
Thank you. Starting points.
I put that in the later one. I didn't put that in the main one.
The starting points are different. This one is starting out further away. This one is starting out closer. Okay? Anything else?
There, ending points.
Ending points?
That's crazy.
I'm never enough, I swear. This is why I don't speak in
I
class.
wanted to see it.
You just did.
Oh, because she said
I
ending
said
points
it.
and you completely ignored her.
Brindley, I am very sorry. It is nothing personal. It's just that I like Levi better. It just,
Yeah, it's just
so-
that you do that every single class. And then Levi says it, and then you're like, oh my god, Levi, you're the
You're
smartest.
so
kid in
smart.
class." Even though I already said it like 2 seconds earlier. Whatever.
Here's the more important thing, Brindley.
Uh,
Is it better that you are recognized or is it better that you know that you're smarter
Better
than Levi?
recognized, 100%.
Fair enough. I'll try to be better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the next slide.
Because I know what he was going for, and it's not what's wrong.
I'd rather be
Okay.
100%.
Similarities. Go.
What about the-
Brindley, you want to go first?
No.
No? Okay.
Increase.
Don't yell at me when I ignore you later then. What?
Increasing.
Similarities. They're increasing. Okay, what else? Leave. I'm sorry, one more time.
Pretty much the same starting point.
Okay, same starting point.
Actually.
What else? Labels? Anything else?
No.
Okay, differences. What's that?
Curve.
What is a curve? Slope.
Curved versus straight.
Actually.
Slope. Oh my God, we're using a math term.
Oh my god.
Wait, how come you like slope but not linear?
I'm unique that way. Next.
I mean, he is
Very unique.
Okay, rate of change or just the rate. Okay.
change is
I'm sorry.
rate of change is
Does this? Well, wait a minute. Does the slope have to change?
the definition of slope is the rate of change.
Slope is the rise over the run, the change, right?
Yes.
The rate of
Yeah,
change.
Rate of change.
So, what is the slope of line B? What is the rate of change in line B?
You would need a label.
What is the rate of change in line B?
I would guess 1.
Really? I would guess none
I would guess 4.
because it's a constant. There is no change in that.
But the value is changing.
The slope does not change in that.
The slope doesn't have to change. It's still called the rate of change.
Oh, okay. Okay. So do these two have the same rate of change?
No.
Okay.
At a certain point.
And they don't have the same
Possibly
slope.
at one particular point they might, but okay. Okay. Good. Anything else?
Yeah, bro. Leave him alone. Every time it's happening, we're just like,
Hey,
what?
we don't have these problems when you're not here, amazingly enough. Now all of a sudden you're here. Now you're distracting Brindley. She's getting mad at me because I don't recognize her then. And it's all your fault, Najma.
I guess real problems.
You know that like I was quiet as a mouse when you're not here?
Yes, she is. Quiet as a mouse. Okay, similarities. Let's go.
Label.
Labels.
Larger distance.
Whoa.
Wait, no. That's for different.
Okay, yeah, if it's not a similarity, we're going to put it as a difference. What do you want?
If I said larger distance, like
What do you mean larger distance?
in the second graph, they cover more distance. Does that make sense?
Anyway,
It-
Oh, yeah.
I-
Yeah,
It covers
she's
more
right.
distance.
How?
Hypotenuse is a shorter line.
I'm sick
curve.
of you with these like weird math terms. Stop it.
Okay, now
Do you not know what a
stop
hypotenuse
for a
is?
second.
Actually.
Stop. What you're saying is the line itself would be longer in the second one than in the first one.
Yeah.
But as far as the distance they cover, we don't know that without labels because it is possible that they went the same distance in both,
I know.
just at a different rate. So let's not put something down that we're not sure of.
Obviously, the one from 1920, they covered more distance.
Right, because they used to do that. They used to walk uphill both ways to school, 3 miles. Yes, exactly. Okay, good. So since you can't give me any more similarities, give me some differences.
Starting point and ending point.
Let's go to Sequest.
Starting and ending point.
My curve versus.
Okay, there you go. You're still yapping. Starting and ending points. What else?
Linear versus exponential.
Yeah.
Linear versus non-linear.
Okay.
Because I don't know that that is exponential or not.
I'm making an observation.
Okay, well, don't do that. We don't make observations in science. Knock it off.
Increasing.
Isn't that how one more word?
What?
B is increasing, D is decreasing.
Increasing versus decreasing.
What about the momentum?
Girl.
What about the gravity?
Right, good, excellent. Any other differences?
D's gravity is a little heavier.
D's gravity is a little heavier, apparently. Yes, because gravity changes all the time on Earth, ladies and gentlemen.
It fluctuates.
It's not a constant.
Probably,
It's not like you could estimate how fast something is going to fall. All right,
Oh, that's
quickly, similarities.
they're both increasing.
Good. Brindley, that is the most intelligent thing I've heard today. Great, thank you. Good job. Good job.
Linear.
Nobel
Whatever.
Prize.
They're both linear. Good.
They have the same
What
labels.
can I say?
Same labels. What's the difference?
Left has a larger.
They're increasing at different rates.
They are increasing at different rates, but both rates are still what?
Constant.
Still increasing, still constant, but they are increasing at different rates. Very good. All right.
Therefore, the slope is different.
Oh my god.
All right. Similarities.
Math class.
Sorry. Or what?
Similarities for 7.
Similar
They're
starting
both
point.
in, well,
Similar starting points. I would agree with that.
Literally E.
I should have adjusted that.
What else? That's it? That's all we got?
E is literally my pie.
There's nothing else the same about them other than their starting point. They're both increasing.
Labels.
They're increasing.
Labels are the same. Okay, what's the big difference? Linear versus nonlinear. Good. All right. Excellent. Wonderful. So, ladies and gentlemen, the shape of this graph is a straight line. The shape of this graph is increasing and going up.
Yep.
What that means, ladies and gentlemen, is because it is straight, that means that there is a constant. It is a constant relationship. It is not changing. Anytime you have a straight line, it is a constant relationship. It is unchanging.
I'm just saying we're constant.
Yeah, we're literally using terminology.
Good. Write the terminology down.
Okay.
If it is increasing, what does that mean, Jera? If the line is increasing, what does that mean?
It's going up as positive.
No, you gave it to us a little while ago. And then everybody's like, ooh, using previous science knowledge. What? It is a direct relationship. Okay? So anytime your line is going up, it is a direct relationship. I don't care how it's going up, it is a direct relationship if it is going up. What that means is that as time is increasing, what is happening to distance? Also increasing. Both are increasing. That is the definition of a direct relationship. Why is this constant? Because the line is straight, and that's as far as we're going to take it, either constant or non-constant. Excellent. So what do we know about this line?
Indirect.
Well, first of all, it's a straight line and it's going down.
Yeah.
So what do we know about a straight line?
It's linear. Constant.
It's a constant relationship. Straight line means it's constant.
Yeah.
What do we know about the line going down then? Nope.
Oh,
We're going down.
No.
She said it. Okay.
No, she used a different term.
No, her.
Who did?
What?
Isha?
Yeah.
Well, don't listen to her. She's wrong.
Okay, I would have gone with inverse.
Good, because that's what I want. Inverse. Inverse is when the line is going downward. Now, time is still increasing here, which is why we're working our way out, right? What's happening to distance, though? So time is going up, distance is going down. That is the definition of an inverse relationship, ladies and gentlemen. That is the definition of an inverse relationship. Inverse relationships, your line has to go down. Okay? Now, you can be constant and direct. You can be constant and inverse, which means you might have a curved line. Curved line going up. What does the curved line mean?
Not constant.
Curved line, thank you, means non-constant. Again, maybe it's exponential, maybe it's logarithmic, maybe it's something else. Don't really care. It is just not constant. Okay? Just not constant. But because the line is going up, it is still what?
Increasing.
Good. That's why going up, increasing. What do we say though?
Direct.
It is a direct relationship because it is increasing or going up. Okay? So, like accuracy and precision in the last unit, different ways of describing something that do not depend on each other. You can be accurate and not precise. You can be precise and not accurate. You can be constant and inverse. You can be constant and direct. You can be non-constant and direct. And tomorrow we'll figure out that you can be non-constant and inverse. Questions, ladies and gentlemen? Wonderful. Let's all come back tomorrow and have a great day again.
I'm leaving when I say it.
This has nothing to do with biology.
I don't remember the
Well, that wasn't biology. That was probably physical science. They might have reinforced it some in biology. Now, how can I say this nicely? I can't get out.
weekend. Oh. I have a wife.
You can stay. I don't know why, but you can.
You really don't know why, or just,
He doesn't know why you're here.
just a hobby?
Go away, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow's another day. Come back. I'll give you some more knowledge.